Send a request. That's nice. Wesley's had the genius idea that we'll send her the request. Someone's saying hi, Wesley.
I'm here.
You're there, chica.
How are you?
Oh my God, you're so good. I'm so deaf and old. I'm gonna have to turn my volume up.
Look at you, so tropical in a robe in this tropical outfit, and I look like I'm in Transylvania. It's like,
I think we would definitely say not.
where are you?
I'm good. Where are you?
Oh, well, I'm here in Los Angeles in my basement, but very excited that you invited me to be here today.
Well, this is fantastic because you are the first of our guests in this series that we're doing.
Oh my God, I'm gonna bring you so good luck.
I feel it already. I feel it already. So I'm doing this little series in partnership with a wonderful, wonderful young female-driven brand that I work with called Hester Bly. And Hester Bly is about these two amazing women who did incredible things way before women were allowed to do incredible things. But it also struck me that in this weird year that we've had, look, Wesley's fixing the lighting. Sophia, you have to look at him. That's my
Hi,
son.
Wesley. I mean, I need someone helping me too. I mean, I always have a panic attack when I have to do these things because I'm so bad with technology. I thought I was not going to be able to connect. It's horrific. And my son or my niece are not here. So it's like, I get a panic attack.
Worse. He's made me look much worse. He's turned the lighting on and now I look all hot. You're just without.
Yeah, no, it's horrific. This technology thing.
He's put the lighting back down. I'm feeling better, but I have got my mother behind me. That's quite fun. She's here with us.
Oh, how great. She's in England, no?
So we've got lots of amazing women here today. So the point of this was really the idea that with this past year has been bananas for all of us. And in order to protect ourselves, our world has come down to our homes. And our homes are essentially our islands. And I know you're an island girl. I know you love the Bahamas. And I know you spent some time on amazing islands here. So I wanted to find out how it was for you on your island and how you survived. So it's called No Man is an Island. But I say it's No Woman is an Island because it's us two. So my first sort of question to get this going, and I can see there are going to be a lot of cross people because we've turned the comments off, because the worst thing is to have your beautiful face with comments going over it. So I've turned the comments off, but we've got a big on today, I can see. But what I wanted to ask is, Modern Family wrapped just as the coronavirus was
2 weeks before.
Really?
I mean, now that we think about it, we could have not been able to finish the 11 years of work because of the pandemic. So we got very lucky. It was such an amazing experience to have this week of closure, of finishing the 11 years of working with these people every day. So I mean, we got lucky that we were able to like experience a real coming together and finishing the last scenes.
And so when you then, it must have been, I mean, it's hard to even find the words. It must have been so emotional saying goodbye to that family and then having to lock down in a sort of completely different way with a completely different set of circumstances on your own little island. As such.
It's been horrible because that happened a year ago in February that we finished Modern Family I think it was on the 22nd of February. 15 days they closed everything, and I haven't really seen anyone of my cast or my friends since then. So it was like kind of like we got separated and that was it. So it's been kind of hard for all of us because we were used to each other. And I've seen maybe Jesse and Sarah Hyland one time in this whole year, but that was it. So it's been kind of sad for us.
Yeah, I can imagine. Very, very difficult. I mean, incredibly difficult for everybody in different ways. And one of the things for me, oddly, was living literally on this tiny island. And I know you've been twice, but it's so tiny. We're 3 miles long, half a mile wide. And we did 8 months lockdown, and half of it was just incredible. And I have nothing to complain about because my God.
Me either. Can't complain.
And I have a garden. But I have a mother who had breast cancer, and so I'm meant to be getting my mammograms done yearly. And I was due last February. And so there was all those months where I couldn't get it done. And there were times where I was going, ooh, I'm feeling just a little nervous about that. I know that's important to you. I know the health side of things are important to you. How are you coping, and what's your kind of focus on the health?
I have to say also that I would not dare to complain because actually, I was so lucky. It was like all that I had worked hard my whole life at this moment that when the pandemic happened, and at the beginning we didn't know what was going to happen, how bad it was. It was like we thought we were going to have to really stay in our house because it was like in a movie, like we were all going to die. There was not going to be food left in the world. So I was lucky because I was able to bring my son and my niece to my house. I have a big house, so we were trapped here with the dogs. We even got another dog for my niece with my husband, and it was amazing. It was amazing for me to feel that I could protect them, that we were all together. They're adults already. They're in their late 20s, both of them, so they don't want to spend that much time with me anymore. So they were forced to be here. And I had a great time being here, even though there was so many things, so many problems happening in the world.
But it gave us all, I mean, look, we really were the blessed ones. I mean, as you say, no reason to complain at all. But for me, I'd spent 6 years traveling. I had a business in Santa Monica, so I would go back and forth. And suddenly everything stopped and I was able to be a mother. Not a very good mother because I'm a shit cook. So I couldn't.
But a mother.
Yeah. But I suddenly was like, oh my God, there are 5 kids here at home and I can actually be present. That I'm very, very grateful for. And of course,
but it's been hard. It's been hard. It's been hard to see also a lot of people that haven't been able to really, do anything, that people that are really now in trouble, their businesses. It's been very sad to see Los Angeles, what has happened to Los Angeles. So, I mean, yes, I'm very grateful to what happened for my position, but it's been a very difficult year for everyone.
It's been incredible. I mean, and if you think about Los Angeles, again, where at least there's sunshine, and New York, I feel it must have been just really terrible. And do you know what?
Answer. It's fine. Answer. I'll wait.
Well, I should have answered because it might be someone really, really interesting.
Yeah, somebody that wants to ask me something.
Yeah, and the comments don't get to ask you anything. I'm torturing everybody out. Possibly you would be the most interesting person I'd be speaking to today. So,
good.
But the funny thing is that phone's been broken for like 2 months and now suddenly it's working right now. I
was going to bring you good luck.
Yeah. So, but I love the fact that you had your niece with you because she's your technician, right? She's the one who turns.
Her and my son, I use them for everything because I don't know how to do it. I mean, I am so bad. I am ashamed. I think I blame everything because I didn't finish college. So
what?
Just answer, for God's sake.
Someone answer the damn. I think.
But yeah, they're gone. Now they're not here, so I have a hard time doing everything.
Yeah, and then it's also weird too when you've got so used to them, and then suddenly it's like a band-aid being ripped off. You're like, oh my God, where is everything?
Because, for example, my son Manolo, he cooks like a chef. Like, it's unbelievable. So he would cook for us for every dinner, and we were all like expecting, dinner time. It's amazing. So, and now I don't have that. So I'm always like begging him to give me like leftovers of what he cooks for himself in his apartment.
So one of the more serious sides of what we've been going through, obviously, is the mental health side of it. And actually, Hester Bly, who's the brand that I just love, I'm wearing Hester Bly. Nellie Bly of the Hester Bly, she was a journalist and she brought attention to mental health way before anybody even had a name for it. So it's very important for everybody who's living alone on their islands to be dealing with these issues now of how we're coping. Again, as I said, I'm very lucky because I had a big support group around me with my own children. But for some people who are very alone, it has been incredibly difficult.
I know a lot of people that were alone, single, and you're trapped in your house alone and they don't have anything to do, or so it's been hard for my friends that were single and they were in a city. For example, many of their people that were not from Colombia, their families are in Colombia and they're in the United States driving an apartment. So it's been hard, but it's been also good to be able to be support for those friends.
Yeah, I totally agree. And again, thank God for things like FaceTime and Instagram Live.
Yeah,
But at least we were all able to celebrate together that we were all sharing this experience. I mean, remember when Milan first went down it, and there was those first memes that came out, and the guy in the mirror clinking the glass, and go to you, to you, to you, and he was totally alone in his bathroom, just clinking to himself.
it
There was
was horrific. The beginning was very scary, I think.
very,
I mean, it's like one of the things that I always think now, it's like, I can't believe that we all been through this together. And unfortunately, it feels like we've been like more separated than ever. We've become more separated than ever. But
I,
actually, I mean, in history, when have this happened? So I think we should be together, because it looks like we're gonna get out of it together.
I totally agree. And part of this series was this idea that John Donne, who I think it was something like 1624, wrote this poem that was called No Man is an Island. And what he was really saying was it goes against human nature for us to be alone. We really shouldn't be. We should be together. But Hester Bly, who's also one of the other trailblazing women from this brand, was a huge supporter of lifting up other women and supporting other women. And I know you are too. So tell us a little bit about kiva.org.
Well, that was one of my favorite things to do this past year. Actually, it brought me a lot of happiness and hope. When the pandemic happened, of course, I wanted to do something to help. Like, once the fear of the craziness, and then we started settling down, and we started realizing that there were people in trouble, losing jobs, restaurants being closed, stores being closed, the people were not able to make money. I wanted to do something. And with the help of my manager, Luis Balaguer, we decided that to join Akiva, which is, it's an organization that it's so well known for his microfinancing. I mean, they have the resources, the knowledge, and I've always been big in microfinance, because I think that's a way to really help mainly women. For example, that women, every time that they do something, that they make something, it's not just for them, like some men do. About women, we're usually to support our kids, our family, our community. So I really like helping women because of that, because it goes everywhere. Everybody benefits if a woman is doing well.
I couldn't agree more, and really the heart and soul, particularly here on the island. One of the things that we discovered during the lockdown is, a lot of people very quickly were going to have food security, insecurity, because the island is a tourist-based island, and when tourists don't come, there's no money, nobody's working. So we started a food bank, and what we realized was that a lot of the men don't actually eat at home. They eat out, and suddenly the men were coming back into the home, and Mama was having to cook for now everybody.
Yeah.
Used to eating out the whole time. So it changed the whole dynamic. But amazing again, and our small community here on the island has been incredible, supporting one another.
Yeah.
And really uplifting. So in the same way that you had Kiva.org, we had the food bank here, and
Yeah.
it's so
important. It's important to find ways to help people, because it makes you feel really good. And with Kiva, we started with a fund that we thought it was going to be like $50 million, which is a lot of money. And I mean, a year later, we're 150 something million dollars that go directly to the woman or the people that ask for the loan. It goes directly to them, and they can use the money for whatever they want, for health, for education, to help if their business is falling apart, they can pick it up with that if they want to start a business. So it's amazing. I'm very proud of it, and they've been like the most amazing partners.
Yeah. And again, you have this incredible platform. You have a lot of people who adore you, and you're able to do something like that. It's remarkable. It's fantastic. Have you strengthened in your resilience in any way during this?
Well, of course, I think, yes. I think when something so dramatic happens, of course, it changes you, I think, sometimes for the bad and sometimes hopefully for the good. And I think, I've changed a lot this year. You realize, that you can't sweat the small stuff, that it's important to help, that, I never like complaining. I try to, always see the other people's problems, first, to realize mine are not as big. But like everyone, I do have problems. I do have worries. I do have, insecurities and everything. But it's great to change the angle of the camera and stop looking at yourself and start looking at the people and the world around you. So I try not to think. I try just to keep working, keep moving,
Yeah,
and
you're
stop
right.
just thinking.
You have to keep moving forward. I keep saying to everybody, got to, and to my kids too, it's shit. It's utterly shit. You have to just keep moving forward, keep moving.
Yeah.
Eat pizza. We have to eat a lot of pizza. But wait, so you hate going to the gym, because I talk about pizza because I'm a runner. So I get to run on that beach every day. Thank God I get up and I'm motivated.
But you do more than running. I've seen you doing like all sorts of crazy things. You ski and you swim and you do everything, no? Ride horses. I mean,
But I have 4 boys and then I have 1 girl at the end. And the 4 boys they push me all the time. They call me Granny. They're so nasty. They call me Granny. It makes me want to go and do more stuff, which is good. So wait, so how do you stay fit in all of this then?
Well, I am lucky. I've never had, weight problems, but I don't enjoy working out. I do it because I know I have to, because it's for health. And I do it because of vanity, because I'm 48 and I still, want to work for a long time and I want to feel good and look good. But I don't do it because I enjoy it at all. I mean, it's a punishment. Like, I'm in a bad mood like 2 hours before and 2 hours after, because I know that I have to do it the next day. But I do it, and I do what I can, when I can, but I'm not obsessed with it. I wish I was, though.
Yeah, but you are an example. You look pretty good. 48. But wait, you dance. Don't you like to dance for exercise?
Yes, I love to dance, but also, I mean, I have the worst knees in the world since I was like 18 years old. So I cannot do anything that is like a lot. Like, if I do dance one day, I cannot dance the 3 days in a row. I'm like an 80-year-old woman. So I do it, but not like every day. I do it at my own pace. My son, my husband, and everybody, they all laugh at me. Yeah. They say that they think that I am lying. I'm just lazy, but I'm not.
No, it's your knees. It's your knees. Tell them. So I love to say this bit, which lady has to stand up. She lost her luggage and she adopted a Turkish man's wardrobe. That's so cool. That's so cool. This is hundreds of years ago, but that's so cool, right? What was your Zoom outfit?
You know what? Like, stuff like this, like I'm wearing right now. At the beginning, I didn't know, because it was like, what is this Zoom thing? Like, I had never done a Zoom until we started doing this, and I was like getting like dressed up like if I was going to a meeting. And then I realized, it's like, why am I doing this? I can be wearing anything, just put a little bit makeup, and I do my hair, and that's it. So I kind of like play it like t-shirt kind of stuff that look fancier in the camera than in person.
Yeah. So wait, tell us a little bit about America's your role as a judge.
America's Got Talent, it's amazing. We started with
minute, because I said, is it fucking America's Got Talent? I couldn't remember which one I said.
Yeah, believe me, I've forgotten. I confused a million times. It's one of the best jobs I've ever had in my life. So we started actually 2 weeks after I finished Modern Family. After I finished Modern Family, I started my new job. And then,
how long in advance were you told? When did you know you'd got the other job?
Like in December. Like, I started conversations with them in December, and then I got my job like 4 weeks before, in February. Like, I got it.
Excited? Oh my God, it must have been fantastic to know job security. You're leaving.
Amazing. After 11 years, around 11 years, you usually don't find a job that you love immediately. It takes you like forever. You're kind of like still that person. I feel like I'm going to be Gloria my whole life. And it was amazing, but I started, and immediately it was the close down. So we did film a little bit, and I was just getting into the rhythm of the new job, and we had to stop. So that was like a little bit heartbreaking for me. I thought we were not going to be able to finish the whole season, and we did. The production of AGT was so amazing. They figured out a way to do it safely. We were the first ones in Hollywood to start it like again, reopening the business again, and nobody got sick. It was a little bit annoying. It was, because people, you cannot talk to anyone. You have to be inside your trailer. You cannot do anything. There's no craft service table anymore, so there's not.
That's terribly disappointing.
There's terrible. You just like, no free food, nothing.
Yeah.
So, but then you have to be grateful that we're working, that we're actually going to be able to finish this season, and we're like kind of like the only one. So it was amazing.
And what was it like? I mean, it must have been so strange, as you said, you thought you were going to be Gloria all your life. A lot of the world. How did it feel going from being Gloria to suddenly being Sofia?
Well, you know what? I realized that Gloria, I've always thought of Gloria like a combination of my mother and my aunts, which of course I am very much like them. But it was great to have this transition to this job. I was scared because I thought, why would I take this job judging other people when I am not an expert in dancing? I'm not an expert in music, in juggling, in sword swallowing. I'm not an expert on anything. And I realized that I could do it because I can be like anyone else watching on the TV. You're just saying what you feel, what it's making you feel, what you really think about it. And it was great. I had the best time. Also, I think because I guess Simon and Heidi and Howie, we became super close and best friends, and they helped me the whole it's been a great experience. I start to shoot in a month, and I can't wait.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. I did a teeny tiny thing once called Top Design, where I had to judge people's rooms for Bravo TV. And it was awful. I couldn't bear somebody, I don't like this, even when I didn't like it. How do you deal with that?
It's hard. It's hard because you don't want to break anyone's heart either, because you know that they're there because this is their life. They're putting everything, they're putting effort. But you have to be fair. So that has to be always in the back of your mind. Don't feel too bad. They're here for that. They are here for you to do your job and judge them. So, you try to be as nice as you can, but deliver what needs to be delivered.
Oh my God. And when you have a disagreement with another judge, does it ever get really down and dirty?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of times that we would get like fighting between each other, but nothing crazy. I think that's also, you learn how to do this thing. And at the beginning, I was not, fighting with anyone because I was the new one. By the end of the season, I was already like, hitting Howie, forcing him to do things. Heidi and I, we were usually like on the same page. So that was really cool.
Yes, I think it is. You wouldn't, as the new girl, you wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of Heidi.
Yeah, no.
That's fun. So look, we've got about 5 minutes left. I'm going to ask you a few quick rapid fire questions, which are always scary.
Okay.
Are you ready to be scared? They're not scary at all. They're not scary at all. And in fact, the writing is so tiny, and I'm so blind now. I'm like squinting at these.
Me too. I can't see anything. I put like a contact lens now when I'm going to do these meetings because I can't.
I literally can't see anything. I'm still saying that I pretend I can see, but then my children remind me, you're squinting, Mum, you can't see this. What's the funnest part of the day on your island, on your own little island there in LA?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's definitely the funnest part. Okay, who's been your biggest lockdown celebrity crush?
I saw The Sopranos, which I had never seen before, and I loved all of the characters, but I fell in love with Tony Soprano, of course, a gangster.
Of course, perfect. And you'd be so safe. He'd be ideal for a lockdown.
Perfect.
Have you learned any new lockdown party tricks?
That's one of the things that I missed a lot because I love entertaining. I know you do too, a lot, many times. You love it. And I love entertaining in my house, and I haven't been able to do it. But I figured out that I could do things outdoors that it had never really occurred to me, even at nighttime. So I've been learning to do safe things outside. I did Thanksgiving outside. I mean, I tested everyone and brought my mom from Miami and quarantined and everything. But it was great, and it was outside.
Yeah, that's not really a party trick, but it's a lovely way to
Yeah,
celebrate.
for me, that's the only thing I trick that I learned for me.
Okay. We did something utterly disgusting. In England, we have this thing called after eights. Do you know what an after eight is? It's this thin mint that you're meant to
Oh
have
yes, yes.
a chocolate mint. And we put them on our forehead like this, and then you have to wiggle your face and get the mint from there into your mouth without touching it with your hands.
Oh, now I get what you meant by tricks.
Yeah,
No, 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 no. I don't do tricks.
no, you've got to do those. You've got to do that. You've got to do the after eight game. And in fact, Brooke Shields is a great friend. She came, and she and I are very competitive together.
Okay.
And we had our after eights here, but of course it's so hot in the Bahamas that they started to melt. So we
Oh,
had,
of course.
yeah, it's horrible. It's disgusting. It wasn't a good trick at all in the end. We just had big chunks of chocolate melting on our face.
I'm gonna learn how to do that.
Yeah, you're going to do it now. That's you're going to be your part of trick. All right, what can I see here? Okay, what was the first thing when lockdown ended, when the first tough lockdown ended? What was the first thing that you were longing to eat, drink, do?
To go out for sushi. That
Oh,
I go every weekend with my husband, and that was like our date night, and we had to stop. And
yeah.
I don't know, for some reason, to me, sushi when it's delivered is not the same.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. The experience. So many of our experiences were taken away. For
Yeah.
me, I was longing to be with my mother. She's 92, and I would just see a lot of her. And half the reason I've been able to survive on an island is because we had the luxury of being able to travel and get off the island. And then suddenly when that's taken away, it feels very different. But even now when I go to see her, I still haven't physically touched her. I'm in the same room, but I'm still very careful. And I miss that. I long for the physical.
Hopefully, it's all gonna be done soon.
I hope. I really do hope. Okay, what's the most interesting thing you've read or seen this week that has boosted your resilience level? That's a tough one. That's maybe a bit boring.
I don't know. I've been working all week, and I haven't paid attention to anything.
Just it, the fact that you've been working all week. That's a
Yeah.
good that you just have to
No,
keep.
but I never stop. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm always doing something. I think just to distract my head. Of course, like sometimes my husband and my son, they tell me, it's like, why are you always doing something? Why can't you just sit down? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, good. It's good. It's so good. It ties in everything that we've been talking about, women working, keeping the mind, moving everything forward. Do you have a few words or a personal mantra or motto that helps?
Yeah, when I have a difficult time, like debating if a person has done something to me, or a mistake that a person has done or something, I always try to put myself in the shoes of the person, like why this person did this to me, why they behave like that, and I think that helps. It makes you, a little bit more compassionate, and it makes you, like react in a less crazy way.
Yeah, I think that's really good. My
Yeah.
grandmother was a very great war hero. Always told me when in a moment of anger, don't say the thing, write it, leave, reread it the next morning. And if you still want to say it, then say it, but leave it till the next morning.
That's the best advice ever, because sometimes we make like a lot of
Yeah, a lot.
mistakes when we just react. And I'm Latin, so
Yeah,
we react no matter what.
yeah. So we're just coming up to the 30 minutes, and I loved this, loved it. It was quick, it was easy. You were there. We both managed. I did cheat and have Wesley help me with the starting.
Invite me anytime.
I love it. Well, Monday is International Women's Day, which I think is a very good day for us to have kind of started this series, and also for us,
Yes.
because you're a Colombian living in the United States. I'm a British living in the Bahamas. So we're truly international women. And I looked it up, and this year, the kind of hashtag, the theme is choose to challenge. And I think we need to fight. We need to fight for gender equality in the world. And I have a daughter who hopefully is somewhere in this house, Domino. And one thing I'm teaching her, we have to keep fighting. And
Yes.
we
We can't stop. We need to keep moving.
keep moving. And Hester Bly is a small women brand led by women and founded by women. And that's why I support it. And that's why you support your women organization as well. Thank you so much.
We have to support each other. Thank you so much for thinking of me for this.
Glorious. Thank you.
See you soon. Good luck.
Okay. All right. Bye.